Hey guys, I'm back with another haul, and today we have non-candle stuff from Bath & Body Works. It's basically a massive hand soap haul, as well as a few PocketBacs and then some body care as well, and we'll get right into it. So yeah, basically, the Gentle and Clean hand soaps from BBW are so much better than the harshly drying, foaming ones that are the traditional formula that I've said many times on this channel before. And today was the start of the soap sale, plus a 20% off like online one-day only coupon, and I've been really chomping at the bit to get some of these new fall Gentle and Clean foaming hand soap that don't dry my hands out. And I've used them for like months now, and it is indeed certified, at least for me, that they do not make my knuckles bloody. So I'm totally happy with that. So I called up my mom and saw if she wanted any. So there's about 6 of them, I believe, for her, and then 4 for me, so 10 total. So I'll go through all the fragrances that I bought here, and then we have a few other knickknacks after that, and we'll get right into it. So the first one that we have is Autumn S'mores, which I was so excited for. So before, they would do Gentle and Clean hand soaps, but they would only do in like the core fragrances like Rosewater and Ivy and like Warm Vanilla Sugar and Japanese Cherry Blossom, and like that was fine for a little while, but like I was like, oh gosh, I wish they would release more seasonal ones in the Gentle and Clean, and they released like plenty of collections now, so I'm totally happy about that. So I was like, I have to put in my like bid or like my vote with my wallet that I do indeed like these Gentle and Clean ones, so that's why I bought a number of them. So yeah, Autumn S'mores right here is in the Gentle and Clean version. This is crisp apple, gooey marshmallow, and cinnamon spice. I just used this one. It's pretty delicious. It's your usual traditional BBW graham cracker note. It has a sort of like crumbly feel to it. Sometimes like the graham cracker notes in a lot of like home fragrance or just body care kind of smells like it has like a slightly stale, almost like feet type of smelling quality to it, and it's that same graham crackery like note that we get that kind of smells like that in this, but I still enjoy that. Like, it's not a true graham cracker fragrance unless it smells stale and like feet, so we're totally good to go there. So it has that usual like s'mores type of marshmallow plus graham cracker note, and there's a hint of apple in here that actually makes it a lot sweeter and just like brighter than you would imagine a normal graham cracker fragrance to be. It's like not quite as heavy on like that molassesy brown sugar notes that a lot of s'mores fragrances have. The apple kind of brightens and gives it like a sweeter, almost like a candied pop to it, which I really enjoy. So I was really happy to see that. So Autumn S'mores are right here. The next one we have is Mountainside Mist, and this one reads Chilled Autumn Air, Fresh Musk and Juniper Berries, and that's what that looks like right there, if it would focus. And this one says Chilled Autumn Air, Fresh Musk and Juniper Berries. And let's see what this one smells like. I haven't used all of these because I just bought them. This is actually quite floral, very perfumey and floral all at the same time, mixed with that juniper for sure. Yeah, this is quite, it's like a almost, yeah, it's actually quite perfumey, but also a little bit of like a masculine edge to it. Kind of has like that unisex, like bergamot waters type of fragrance to it, but I think it's actually a little bit more perfumey than it is like masculine. So yeah, kind of like borders in between those, but it definitely has a floral vibe to it for sure. It's actually quite heavy and powdery. So that was about what Mountainside Mist was right there. The next one we have is Golden Citrus and Vanilla, and that's what that looks like right there. This one is Sunkissed Orange Autumn Blooms and Creamy Vanilla. And let's see what this one smells like. These are always like spill when you like open them and they like leak, so I'm probably gonna have like hand soap like all over me. This one smells delicious. It's amazing. This one has very much like a kind of like an orange skin, mandarin skin type of juicy freshness to it, like especially like when you're peeling an orange or mandarin or clementine, that type of feel to it, and just like sweetened by an awesome vanilla. There's nothing really like autumn about it. It's just an awesome, like very true to life orange plus a little bit of creamy sweetness to it. But if you just want like an awesome orange fragrance, then Golden Citrus and Vanilla are right there. So I was like, I can kind of use this all year round. So I got one for myself, and then my mom has one right there as well. So that was Golden Citrus and Vanilla. We also have 2 Harvest Gatherings right here, and that's what that looks like. This one is Fresh Pick Apples, Autumn Berries, and Clove Buds. This one always comes out in a candle. Has that usual like kind of like Michael's craft store / like potpourri type of fragrance to it, but like in a quintessential good like cozy fall way. Yeah, definitely heavy on the like clove in the apple and the berries, yeah, which is pretty much what the notes read on it. So yeah, very much that quintessential apple berry clove type of fragrance, kind of like leaves, you know, that type of almost apple cider craft store potpourri type of fragrance to it, but like just a quintessential awesome one at that. So Harvest Gathering right there. This is just like one of those fragrances that you enjoy smelling when you use it during the fall time. We then have Sunshine and Lemons for my mother, and that's what that looks like. She kind of likes using these for the kitchen, so that's what that is. It's yuzu, grapefruit, and sun rays. It's just a straight up like lemon fragrance, very similar to kitchen lemon, with a little bit of extra zing from the grapefruit. Not much to say about that one. We then have Champagne Apple and Honey right here. Crisp Apple, Sparkling Champagne, and Jasmine Honey. I actually really enjoy this fragrance. I have this hand soap myself from when I bought it from the last sale, and it's just like this sort of sparkling, effervescent, but sweet and fruity apple fragrance. It's just very like pleasant and nice. There's definitely like a sparkling quality to it that I enjoy. So yeah, I wish the candle would like throw better because I actually kind of enjoy the fragrance. It's a kind of like a basic apple fragrance, but made a little bit nicer. We then have Sunrise Woods. This one's also for my mother. I contemplated getting this one, but I was like, I don't want to go just too crazy on the hand soaps. So this is Creamy Sandalwood, Sweet Berries, and Cozy Cashmere. I've been really enjoying the candle of this, and there's also the matching body care of it as well. It's like you're like kind of like the Twilight Wood, Snowflakes, and Cashmere, sweet whiskey type of slightly musky sandalwood, warm, like mature-ish women's fragrance with like a sweet vanilla in there as well. Also has a slight like a muskier, perfumey fabric softener quality to it as well. That's kind of like cozy and awesome. That I actually really enjoy this one. Like the candle's really nice in the bedroom. So that's Sunrise Woods right there. It's very cozy, pleasant, but slightly perfumey, like feminine fragrance. And then lastly, we have Wildflower Fields for my mother, and that's what that looks like. It's Fresh Breeze, Sunflower Fields, and White Musk. Let's see what this one smells like. I think I really enjoy this one in the store if I recall correctly. Yeah, also very floral, very springtime-ish as well. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is very floral. Kind of reminds me of the, if anyone remembers the Lafleur fragrance, was it, from a while back? It has like a tulip type of, like a bulb floral type of fragrance to it, mixed with a slight perfuminess. Reminds me of that, where there was like a Tulip Gardens hand soap in that same like Francois collection that they had. So kind of like that, which actually really dug that fragrance. So that's Wildflower Fields right there. This is very much could be a spring fragrance. So that was the Wappin hand soap haul. I'm just so stoked and so excited to be able to use BBW hand soap again, because I missed it for the longest time. I really enjoy the fragrances, but the foaming hand soap is just so harsh and just like completely bloodies up my knuckles when I use them, so I just couldn't use them anymore. And then they had Creamy Luxe for a while, and they had like the moisturizing one that like kind of like globbed up and was like kind of like, it had like hunks, it would like really glob up in the sink and stuff, and it was kind of problematic. But the moisturizing one they had a while back, and they discontinued that for the longest time, and there was no other alternative because everything was so drying from them. So just super excited that they're actually releasing so many fragrances in the Gentle and Clean as well. I like wish that they would all come out in Gentle and Clean, but I think the harshly drying one's still a lot more lathery and foam heavy. So for people that it doesn't mess with their skin, they probably rather have that extra luxurious foam in there instead of the slightly more watery version of Gentle and Clean. So that's probably why they don't make the switch completely. But just really excited that they still have the Gentle and Clean one. So that was that. And then I had a reward, and I was waiting for this Neutrals collection to hit the stores, so I redeemed it for the Coffee and Whiskey Shower Gel right here. This one says warm fragrance with a hint of sweetness inspired by the classic combination of coffee and bold Irish whiskey. So as you know, this came out in the candle. It had very much a body care vibe to it. It wasn't like a straight up coffee and whiskey drink to it. There was heaps of like a musky body care undertone to it, that it was very much like a mature woman's body care is kind of how I interpreted it. And I enjoyed the candle, but it's just such like absolute crazy, like no matter how much I trim it, it's just like billowing soot. So I have a hard time enjoying it, even though I do enjoy the fragrance. So I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to try this in body care. And I think this is kind of lumped in with the men's section. So I don't, but it has like a cologne bottle too. But it also is like a neutrals collection, so I don't know if it's supposed to be unisex or if it's supposed to be men's. I'm not 100% sure. But the other ones are leather and branded, which smells just like the candle. And it's like a mineral sea salt thing, which was actually quite nice and fresh and clean too if you're into that. It has a very salty vibe to it, kind of similar to that C.O. Bigelow sea salt mimosa thing we had a while back, which I actually kind of enjoyed. It's like a salty, aquatic, clean, fresh, soapy fragrance with a little bit like a floral undertone to it that I actually really enjoyed that one, but it's not available for Boppis. So coffee and whiskey it was. So smells literally just like the candle. Yeah, it's very much like a body care vibe to it. There's like an implied like creamy, warm coffeeness to it, and there's a kick from the whiskey that makes it slightly boozy, but then there's a very much like a musky body care undertone to it that it kind of leans into like a mature woman's, but I guess it's supposed to be unisex or neutral. I'm not really sure, but in any case, I still really enjoy it, so I was just excited to see it, so I got coffee and whiskey right there. And then I went kind of crazy with PocketBacs. I did a 5 for 8 because my mom wanted a few and then I wanted a few. And so we got 2 leaves, and there's like a cute little Bambi deer artwork on it. Leaves obviously is out in candle all the time, and I don't really buy it because it's just like it comes out every single year. It's that usual like fermented apple cider fragrance to it that we all know and love, very much classic fragrance. But I didn't realize it was in PocketBac form, and I was like, ooh, I wouldn't mind trying that. And I love using PocketBacs especially when they're like the home fragrance oils or like the fragrances into the PocketBacs, because this is just like a very much like a pure concentration of that fragrance. It's like straight up like fragrance oil mixed with like alcohol, so like you get a full bodied robust experience of the home fragrance oil without like the dudding, sooty, smoky, grody action that you get from wax and flames and all that. It's just like pure awesome like home fragrance, like that fragrance oil just like really concentrated into a PocketBac form, and I love that because you can really pick up all the notes and it's just so much more juicy and pure, and I just really enjoy it. So I was like, ooh, leaves and PocketBac. So I have already been using this one and I love it. It's just so awesome to have in PocketBac form. So that was that right there. We also have white pumpkin, which I think this is the first time white pumpkin has also showed up in PocketBac. I could be wrong, but oh my god, this was excellent too, because my white pumpkin always duds out every single year, no matter how much like I try to baby it or trim it or not trim it or whatever it is. White pumpkin always does out on me. It has those curling wicks that always dud out mid-range. This was just beautiful and gorgeous, like spicy, but a little bit like a perfumey element mixed with like a nice, like elegant white pumpkin fragrance. Oh my god, it was excellent. So I got one for myself and one for my mom there too. I love that one. And then I also got a flannel, and that's what that looks like. Flannel's been out in men's body care as classic flannel, and I think Legend or something is also very similar to it. I could be mistaken. And so it's that cologne fragrance that we all know from flannel, and I kind of get into like when I don't want to necessarily smell like a walking berry waffle cone or a pumpkin, and I want something that's a little bit more, I guess, masculine or cologne-ish, then I kind of like the cologne fragrances as well, so I got flannel right there to round out that 5 for 8. And then speaking of cologne fragrances in PocketBac, I also got a bourbon. This was the minimum purchase for the buy online pickup in store reward retrieval for coffee and whiskey, so that was that right there. And then I also had a free birthday travel size reward, and that store was like completely wiped of any good travel size shower gels, and there was like literally nothing else to redeem, but it expired in a few days. So I was like, let me just get some lemon C.O. Bigelow lip balm and call it a day, because I guess I'll use lip balm. So that was that right there. I haven't used this or opened it, so I can't really review this, so that was that. Yeah, so it was a good deal because it was the hand soaps were $3.50, and then the 20% off coupon for the one-day thing brought them down to like $2.80 or whatever, and I was also able to like use 20% off on all the PocketBacs as well. So yeah, pretty good deal there. I'm glad that they're like starting to heavily promote with coupons again. So let me know if you try the Gentle and Clean hand soaps yourself, and any other comments, questions, or concerns you have, leave them down below, and I'll talk to you guys later, and bye!